Hello friends, hope you all are doing well. I am Sayukta and today we are going to be learning the Zentangle original pattern Sena. Yes, so Sena is a very intriguing pattern and it basically shows what simple line work or auraing in Zentangle can create magic, right? So this pattern, when we draw, you will observe that we will be doing only auraing or simple line work, and the magic that the simple auraing or line work can create will be evident by the time we are finishing with our pattern or tile, right? So in front of me is a 3.5-inch tile and I have drawn two ovals here, a smaller one and a bigger one, right? So we will be drawing our Sena in these inside oval first and then also in the outer space. I have done away with the border and the 4 dots as far as this tile is concerned. So let's start with our pattern right away. What I am going to do is just draw a C shape with a very light hand, not pressing my pen too much. Drawn a string like C or just very close to a straight line with this mild curve and a dot at the end, at one of the ends, either this end or that end, right? And then I'm going to start with my lines. So the first line that I'm going to draw is going to round or cover or aura this round shape that I have drawn here, or the dot, just going to aura it and then extend the line till the end of this oval, right? And now what the next step is only to keep repeating this line or keep auraing this line that I have already drawn, right? So little pressure at the beginning of the pen when you start, and then a little pressure at the beginning, and then with a lighter hand just going to keep auraing the original curve that I had drawn, right? A little pressure at the beginning and then so you can see here I started with a somewhat curved line or a C shape, and then I have drawn one curved line somewhat outlining this dot and then extending till one end of the oval, and then I am just repeating the same line, or you can say auraing the original line that I drew, right? With little pressure at the beginning and then with a light hand complete, right? So if you want to rotate your tile and you are not comfortable drawing the entire curve in one go, please do that. So now that the curves are getting bigger, I'm not able to move my hand that much, so I am rotating my tile, right? So again a little pressure at the beginning and then loosen your hand and continue drawing the curve in the same manner, right? Little pressure and continue drawing the curve. I have kept the lines quite close to each other, but there is no rule as such. If you wish, you can keep a little more gap between the lines, right? It is entirely up to you. So I have almost reached the end of the string kind of thing that I had drawn. the C shape or the curved line, right? And then let's start from this side, right? So just a little pressure at the beginning, and then going to just continue drawing the lines, right? So you can see I am only drawing lines, auraing the initial line that I drew, and nothing else. No other stroke involved except plain line work, right? So giving a mild curve to my lines, and then right, so what I'm going to do is so what I'm doing is just giving a mild curve here, right? You can see how the C shape seems to be moving now, right? I added a slight curve to my senna. Right, and the lines here can just cover up the space with the lines, right? So this is the pattern senna, right? What you can also do here is you can start with a S shape instead of a C shape. What I have done here is started with a somewhat C shape. You could also start with an S shape and then start auraing in the same fashion, like this, right? So certain things that you need to remember when you're drawing senna. Since senna involves a lot of line work and auraing, every time you draw senna it will have a different look, because it is practically impossible to replicate so many lines in exactly the same manner, right? So just don't worry, senna has no standard look. Every time you draw senna it looks different. So but point worth remembering here is you basically start with a C shape or an S shape and then start auraing, right? Every time the aura starts from that string that you have drawn, try and put little pressure at the beginning and then go lighter, right? So adds a little dimension or depth to the line or the string that you are using. And if you want to add some variations to senna, then instead of keeping these lines straight, you can add curves, right? For example, this is senna which I started with a C shape. This one I started with an S shape. This again I started with a C shape, but you can see how different they look. Why? Because I did not keep the lines straight. I have added a mild curve to the lines. So apart from this curve, there is also a curve while I am ending the lines. So you can see how different these two looks. Have also added a little weight at the end of the lines. Again, if you want to play around with senna, then you can see you can find gaps between these auras that you are drawing and then fill up that gap the any way you want with any of the tangles, right? So in these lines I have given some gaps between lines, put some orbs here, some bronze chair here, and you can see how dramatic your senna looks. And all these four sennas look different, although the pattern is the same, but the look is different every time you draw it, right? So now what we are going to do is come back to our tile and then draw somewhat Senna. For example, I am assuming this to be also a C shape and this side also a C shape, and then I am going to be drawing Senna again. So let's now give a slight, let's use our PN now, right? I am going to be using my thicker plastic nib and then add some drama to the outer Senna that I will be drawing. So some pressure at the beginning and then with a lighter hand and a mild curve also at the end, right? So assuming this to be a C and then just a light pressure at the beginning and then a little weight at the end of the line, light pressure at the beginning, again curve, not adding weight on all the lines, skipping a few, then again we'll add some weight at the end of the line in a few, right? So again giving a curve at the end also, whereas in the inside one I have kept the end straight, right? Right? So I am going to continue drawing these lines in the same fashion, some pressure at the beginning, then some curve at the end, some pressure at the beginning, then with a lighter hand and then a mild curve at the end. Right? Right? So I'll take my time and keep adding those auras. Just go around this oval and keep adding auras in the same fashion. As if this is one side of my Senna, right? Again, you can add highlights also. Break the line in between at almost the same place in each aura, and that will give the effect of a highlight, right? So you can see here I am almost finishing with my lines. I have almost covered the entire oval, and at the last lap, following the same pattern, a little weight at the beginning of the line and then going easy, right? So I have added weights in between, not everywhere. Again, so now that we have met with the line on the other side, just a few more. So we have finished drawing our Sena, right? So now you have seen the entire exercise. Now we are going to be shading our Sena. So what I am going to do is add some graphite here. Right, from where the lines are emanating and merging, and then some thick graphite in the inner oval that I have drawn. Right, some here from where the lines are turning, right, and then some graphite again. Since the lines have a curve, from the place where the lines are turning, I am adding a band of graphite there. Basically the outer oval that I had drawn, I will shade on that line, right? And you can see that more or less the lines are turning from that line, right? So adding some graphite on the outer oval, which has now disappeared, but you can make out I have basically given a curve to the lines somewhere close to that oval, and some at the ends. So by now you must have realized that it is practically impossible to replicate so many lines once again, and that is why the moment you try to draw your Sena once again, even if you see one tile and try to replicate it, it's impossible to do it, because you cannot draw so many auras the same way every time, right? So that's the beauty of the pattern Sena. And now we are going to blend. So taking away the graphite from the edges and bringing it towards the center, but ensuring at the same time that I don't cover up the entire space with grey, right? So and then I'm going to blend this graphite you can see the effect as if the lines have a fold there, right? So just spreading the graphite that I have put on the outer oval, coinciding with the curves of my senna, and then blending the graphite that I have put on the border at the edges of my tile. Right. So just ensure, just to reiterate a few facts, just ensure that each time you draw the era, you start from the same string. You go back, keep going back to the string, the C shape or the S shape that you have drawn with a pencil or a pen, and keep going back to it and start from there every time. Add a little weight at the beginning and then go easy, and play with the curves if you want to create the tangulations, right? So add a little curve to the lines. Yes. So now I'm going to pick up my white charcoal and add a little shimmer or shine, right? Add a little shimmer to my senna. Like this. Right. And with the blending tool, just in case you don't have a stump, just use a earbud or your eyeshadow blender. They act as excellent blending tools, right? And some charcoal here, right, to highlight the rim. Right. Just taking off the excess, right? And then again, if you wish, some charcoal here. Right. Right. So just adding a little more graphite on the inside. Right. So that's the pattern senna. Isn't it beautiful? So just to show you about shading my senna, in case you have drawn the senna like a C, what I have done is shaded along the C, and from where the lines are curving there, or if there is a intersection where lines are going under or over, there you can add some graphite. So adding white charcoal also adds a great drama to the pattern senna, and of course the ends, right? Similarly, this one also you can shade here. from where the lines are emanating. Right, here the lines are going under, so you can shade here. You can highlight the curves using the white charcoal like this, right, and make this portion dark. Automatically the center gets highlighted, and of course the borders. So you can see here how we have shaded our senna, right? So we'll meet again in our next session and learn one more intriguing Zentangle original pattern. I'm going to initial my tile here and sign and date it. And we'll meet again next time with another Zentangle original. Till then, stay safe and goodbye.